Glorified be Yahweh Elohim, our Heavenly Father. Glorified be Mashiach Yahweh Shai, our Redeemer. And glorified be the Rakakadash. Greetings to, the hopeful elect, the Israelites, Israelite foreigners, and all the nukes. That means, all the people on the earth is trying to get right. Alright, we want to do this video, because I've been wanting to do this video for a bit about the foreigner, and about, not denying, saying anybody the hope of salvation, because this is a very thin line, because I understand that the wicked of Esau, man, they're the leaders of pretty much everything that's wrong in the world, but we can't categorize people as just a certain color, certain race, certain ethnic, none of that, man. So let's get edified. Let's start with Exodus, okay, chapter 12, go verse 48. If an alien, that means a foreigner, who resides with you wants to celebrate the Passover of Yahweh Elohim, all his males should be circumcised. Then he may draw near to celebrate it. He should be regarded as a native of the land. See, but no uncircumcised person shall eat of it. There should be one law for the native and for the alien who resides among you. See, and you got to remember too that we're destined to be a holy nation. That means to teach and proclaim the righteous kingdom all over the earth. Now let's go to let's go to the next reference. Go to Exodus 22, verse 21. You shall not wrong or oppress a resident alien, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. You shall not abuse any widow or orphan. If you do abuse them, when they cry out to me, I will surely heed their cry. See, my wrath will burn, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall become widows, and your children orphans. See what I'm saying? The Most High is against that, man, because he's righteous, and only he knows the hearts of men, you know what I'm saying? So just because you're Israelite by birth and, blood doesn't mean that you are, or else 2/3 of the wicked sell out and coon people want to be departing now, would they? Now, let's proceed with Exodus 23, take it verse 6. You should not pervert the justice due to your poor in their lawsuits. Keep far from the false charge and do not kill the innocent and those in the right, for I will not acquit the guilty. You shall not take bribes, for a bribe blinds the official and subverts the cause of those who are in the right. You shall not oppress a resident alien. See, you know the hearts of an alien, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. Yeah, man. So just because some Edomite demons hate you, don't mean that we gotta hate them, man. That means that we, of course, man, we don't apply none of the wicked shit that they do, man. But let it be the Most High to persecute them. Now let's proceed. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 9. When you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap to the very edges of your field, or gather the gleanings of your harvest. You shall not strip your vineyard bare, or gather the fallen grapes of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and the alien. I am Yahweh Elohim. See? And let me do one more, then I'll come back to that. Now, here you go. Verse 33. When an alien resides with you in your land, you shall not oppress the alien. The alien who resides in you shall be to you as a citizen amongst you. You shall not love the alien as yourself. He said, be to a citizen amongst you. You shall love the alien as yourself, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh Elohim. See, and see, like I said, man, we're not, when it says here about the harvest, it's okay. First, everything was directly for the hopeful elects and for Israel. Now that we're done in that phase, now whatever's left of this doctrine, now we're preaching it to whoever, wants to get right, man, of any creed, color, and race, man. Now, let's proceed. Leviticus 22, chapter 24, verse 22. You shall have one law for the alien and for the citizen, for I am Yahweh Elohim. Moses spoke thus to the people of Israel, and they took the blasphemer outside the camp. And stoned him to death. The people of Israel did as Yahweh Elohim had commanded Moses. See, that's why it's preached to all of the 7 seas, man. Gospel of peace, man. Now let's proceed. Deuteronomy 25, and let's go here to verse chapter 26, verse 12. When you have finished paying all the tithes of your produce in the 3rd year, which is the year of the tithe given to the Levites, the aliens, and the orphans, and the widows, so that they may eat their fill within your towns, then you shall say before Yahweh Elohim, I have removed the sacred portions from the house, and I have given it to the Levites, the resident aliens, the orphans, and the widows. See, pretty much the whole world who wants it, in accordance with your entire commandment that you commanded me. I have neither transgressed nor forgotten any of your commandments. I have not eaten of it while in mourning. I have not removed any of it while I was unclean. and I have not offered any of it to the dead. I have obeyed the words of Yahweh Elohim, doing just as you commanded me. Look down from your holy habitation from the heavens, and bless your people Israel and the ground that you have given us, as you swore to our ancestors, a land flowing with milk and honey. See? And here's another one too. 27 verse 19. Cursed be anyone who depraves the alien, the orphan, the widow of justice. All the people shall say, Amen. See? So you're not supposed to oppress, man. If somebody, has the right, their heart's in the right intention, man, and they really want to learn, the ways of the Most High and the laws, the statutes, and commandments, man, don't just say like, nah, man, you're my demon, or you're he, you're the devil, you're not allowed. Nah, man, don't do that, man. Repent if you ever did. Now here you go. Let's go to Ruth, okay? And then look, verse 10. Then she fell prostrate with her face to the ground and said to him, Why have I found favor in your sight that you should take notice of me when I am a foreigner? See? Even the eunuch that does right, man, the Most High will heal and help him out, man. You see? Now let's go to Psalms 46. We'll go to verse 8. Okay? Now, the Most High opens the eyes of the blind. Yahweh Elohim lifts up those who are bowed down. The Most Elohim loves the righteous. See, the Most Elohim watches over the strangers. He upholds the orphan and the widows. But the way of the wicked he brings to ruin. Yahweh Elohim will reign forever. Your Elohim, O Zion, for all generations. Praise the Most High. See? There you go. See? So, if a eunuch man's trying to do right, man, you can't just say, nah, you're not allowed. Right, let's go another reference here. Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 5. For if you truly amend your ways and your doings, if you truly act justify one with another, if you do not oppress the alien, see the orphan and the widow, or shed innocent blood in this place, and if you do not go after other gods to your own hurt, then I will dwell with you in this place, in the land that I gave of old to your ancestors forever and ever. See, time and time again, man. Don't be like them, man. Cause we're supposed to be above that, better, man. But don't get me wrong. Don't be a pushover, or a coon, or nothing, man. It gives you the guidelines, man. And if you don't get it, man, it's just because you don't want to get it. Now here goes to Zechariah 7, right? And let's go to verse 8. Okay, the word of Yahweh Elohim came to Zechariah, saying, Thus says the Most High, Elohim of hosts. Render true judgment, show kindness and mercy to one another. Do not oppress the widow, the orphan, the alien, or the poor, and do not devise evil in your hearts against one another. See? There you go, see? Just because, the wicked Esau, man, this and that, man, yeah, we expose them to light, man, but that doesn't mean that every single Edomite. Now, all these, some Edomites look like, some Israelite foreigners, they look like Israelites. I mean, they look like Edomites, they're Israelites. But even the ones that are not, and they're just, actual Edomites or Hetans, hey, man, their heart's in the right place, you gotta be right to the eunuch, man. Now let's proceed. Malachi, chapter 3, verse 5. Then I will draw near to you for judgment. I will be swift to bear witness against the sorcerer, against the adulterer, against those who swear falsely, against those who oppress the hired worker in their wages, the widow and the orphan, against those who thrust aside the alien and do not fear me, says Yahweh Elohim. For I am the Most High, and I do not change. Therefore, you, children of Jacob, have not perished. Ever since the days of your ancestors, you have turned aside from my status and have not kept them. Return to me, and I will return to you, says Yahweh Elohim. But you say, how shall we return? See, once again, he's telling you, man, saying, don't be like these other nations, man. Now, let's go to Matthew. Go to chapter 25, verse 31 to the end of the chapter 46. Judgment of the nations. See, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, then he will sit on the throne of his glory. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate people one from another. See, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. See, that means everybody. And he will put the sheep at the right hand and the goats at the left. Then the kings will say to those at his right hand, Come, you that are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the earth of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me, see, food. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you gave me clothes. See, the gospel of peace is to be preached to everybody that wants it. See, and you gave it to me. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me. Then the righteous will answer him, Adonai, when was it that we saw you hungry and gave you food, or thirsty and gave you something to drink? And when was it that we saw you a stranger and welcomed you, or naked and gave you clothes? And when was it that we saw you sick or in prison and visit you? Then the king will answer them, Truly I tell you, just as you did to one of the least of these who are members of my family, you did it to me. See? Then he will say to those at the left hand, you that are accursed, depart from me into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry and you gave me no food. I was thirsty and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger and you did not welcome me. Naked you did not give me clothes. And sick in prison you did not visit me. Then they will answer him, Adonai, when was it that we saw you hungry or thirsty, or stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not take care of you? Then he will answer them, Truly I tell you, just as you did not do to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me. And these will go away in eternal punishment, and the righteousness to eternal life. See, so you cannot deny any nuke, man. If he's coming, at you correct, and he wants to learn the law, statutes, and commandments, and he repents, and he wants to be accepted, even if he's not an Israelite foreigner, man, you got to take him in, man. You got to feed him, man, or else you're going to be denied. And a lot of the Israelite camps are guilty of that, man. I ain't saying no names. They all know who they are, and we just proclaim it to everybody, man. At one point, I might have said, I'm sure I've said a lot of dumb shit, but I have repented since. And that's what we do in these videos, man, to make it right. Now, here you go. Now let's go to Galatians, and let's go to chapter 3, verse 25. But now that faith has come, we are no longer subject to a disciplinarian. For in Mashiach Yahushai, you are all children of Yahweh Elohim through faith. See, as many of you as were baptized into Mashiach Yahushai have clothed yourselves with Adonai Mashiach. There is no longer Jew or Greek. There is no longer slave or free. There is no longer male or female. And female, for all you are one in Mashiach Yahushai. And if you belong to Adonai Mashiach Yahushai, then you are Abraham's offspring, heirs according to the promise. See? If it was all about Israelites, then 2/3 of the people wouldn't be partying now. Now here, let's go another reference here. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 3. Okay? This is the reason that I, Paul, am a prisoner for Mashiach Yahushai for the sake of the Gentiles. For surely you have already heard of the commission that Yahweh Elohim's grace that was given me for you, and how the mystery was made known to me by revelations, as I wrote above in a few words, a reading of which will enable you to receive my understandings of the mystery of Mashiach Yahushai. In former generations, this mystery was not made known to humankind, as it has now been revealed to his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit. That is, the Gentiles have become fellow heirs, members of the same body, and shared in the promise in Mashiach Yahushai through the gospel. Or of this gospel I have become a servant according to the gifts of Yahweh Elohim's grace that was given me by the workings of his power. Although I am the very least of all the saints, this grace was given to me to bring to the Gentiles the news of the boundary riches of Adonai Mashiach Yahushai, and to make everyone see what is the plan of the mystery hidden for ages in Yahweh Elohim, who created all things, so that through the church, the wisdom of Yahweh Elohim in its rich variety might now be made known to the rulers and the authorities in the heavenly places. This was in accordance with the eternal purpose that he has carried out in Adonai Mashiach Yahushai, in whom we have access to Yahweh Elohim in boldness and confidence through faith in him. I pray therefore that you may not lose heart over my sufferings for you. They are glory. They are your glory. See? Now he's starting to get the message, man. Okay, now let's go here, man. Serving well pleasing to Yahweh Elohim. This is book of Hebrews, chapter 13. He goes, let mutual love continue. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers. See, for by doing that some have entertained angels without knowing it. See, you might not even know if it could be an angel, man, testing you. Remember that those who are in prison, as though you were in prison with them. Those who are being tortured, as though you yourself were being tortured. Let marriage be held in honor by all, and let marriage bed be kept undefiled, for Yahweh Elohim will judge fornicators and adulterers. Keep your lives free from the love of money, and be content with what you have, for he has said, I will never leave you or forsake you. So we can say with confidence, Yahweh Elohim is my helper. I will not be afraid. Who can do anything to me? Once again, then you know. And now here goes James, man. If anything, they are religious and do not bridle their tongues, but deceive their hearts, their religion is worthless. Religion that is pure and undefiled before Yahweh Elohim is this: to care for the orphans and widows and strangers in their distress, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. See? There you go, man. Don't deny, this gospel to nobody. And now let's finish it with the third letter of John. Okay, chapter 1, verse 5. Beloved, you do faithfully whatever you do for your friends, even though they are strangers to you. They have testified to you your love before the church. You will do well to send them on in a manner worthy of Yahweh Elohim, for they began their journey for the sake of Adonai Mashiach Yahushai, accepting no support from non-believers. Therefore, we ought to support each other so that we may become co-workers with the truth. There you go. See, and part of being co-workers with the truth is being like that. Don't deny nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying to go and knock on the door and preach it to everybody, but whoever is receptive to it and wants to know more, don't deny them. You know what I'm saying? Show them love, teach them the ways. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we're going to be a nation of priests, man. I hope this was edifying. Glorified be Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. Glorified be the Rokakadash. Kwam Yashirala, Kwam Israelite foreigners, Kwam all the good, all the nations of the earth that will try to be right and good, man. Let's get ready. You know what I'm saying? Because the kingdom is at hand. And on that note, I'll say shalom.